Man, what's going on, everybody? This is Life.
What it do, y'all? It's your boy Suelo.
And this is Adrian.
And this is Just Do the Damn Thing podcast.
Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do the damn thing, yeah. Do the damn thing, do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn thing. I'ma do my damn thing.
And product of the week. Product of the week. So today, the product of the week is going to be the Don't Quit black tea, only the black one. It's originally $32.99, but now it's going to be $28.99. And all you got to do is go to www.theomgstyle.com and do the damn thing.
Grab it.
Yes, sir. All right, so now we're back. And we're going to be talking about the topic of meditation. And we're going to be talking about it with our own Suelo right here, because he does meditation, and we got some freaking questions to ask this man. So the very first question that I got for you is, what type of meditation do you do?
Okay. What type of meditation do I do? So to answer that question, I got to start off with this. So basically, there's only one type of meditation really, because and to explain that is I got to say is meditation is really just conscious breathing. That's all it is being conscious of your breath. You know, we breathe all day long, but we're never conscious of it. You know what I mean? So meditation is being conscious of your breath. So my type of meditation, I guess you could say, there's two strategies that I use to focus on my breath. One of them is a simple in-out. It's been practiced for thousands of years. When you breathe in, you think to yourself in. And when you breathe out, you say out. In, out. And you just repeat that over and over and over. And then you start getting deeper and deeper into your meditation. And then the words just kind of start to vanish. And then you just start breathing and you're just conscious of your breath. And you're just one with your breath at one point. And just the words disappear. And then the other type that I like to do is a counting one. If the in and out isn't working for me, I like to count. So on the in breath, I'll count 1. On the out breath, I'll count 2. So on and so forth. 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll go all the way to 10. You don't want to go past 10 because once you start to catch it, and it happens to me too, I'll catch myself, I'll go into 11, 12, and at that point, I know I'm not focusing on my breath anymore.
You're just counting.
Exactly. I'm just counting at that point. You know what I mean? Gotcha. So you go in, out, all the way up to 10. Once you're at 10, you start all over, back to 1. That way you stay focused on the breath.
Okay, I like that. Especially since I've never done meditation before, and I've always wanted to do it. Mm-hmm. And I know my wife has a good question for you. And so what is that?
My question is, how did you decide to start meditating?
Oh, okay. Like what prompted me to want to begin meditation? Mm-hmm. So this is where it gets personal. But basically, what prompted me to begin meditation was depression. Is being depressed, being in a really low place in my life. You know, it was about. Going on, that's 2015, so about 6 years now. You know, I was in a really bad spot. I had a crappy job that I didn't like. It was tough. It didn't pay much. Also, a big thing that led to it was my music wasn't popping like I thought it should be. You know what I mean? I was a couple years into doing music, and I didn't have the understanding that I have now of patience, and it takes a while. So, like, my music wasn't popping. I wasn't making a lot of money. I just felt like really lonely, you know? So, you know, we don't really know how to cope with depression. I would say a lot of people don't, especially in the Mexican culture. Like, you never even talk about it. Like, it's not a thing.
It's like that in the black culture too.
Right, and I'm sure it's a similar thing in the black culture. And so we don't know how to cope with it. One thing is we try to use drugs and alcohol to deal with it, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I was feeling down.
Makes it worse.
Well, exactly, as I was going to say. You do that and it makes it worse. So what happened with me was I was depressed, in a bad state, and I was like, man, I need to feel better. Like, what's going on with me? And I was like, let me smoke some weed. You know, maybe it'll make me feel better. No, that started triggering anxiety attacks. Because if you're already in a low place, weed just amplifies that. You know what I mean? That's with most drugs. If you're like happy while you take them, it makes you feel good. If you're down while you take them and you try to make yourself feel good, it does the complete opposite. You know what I mean? It makes you feel even worse. So I thought, let me drink, to help with the anxiety now, with the depression, now with anxiety. The drinking was bringing on anxiety attacks. So I just had constant depression, which brought on anxiety, just dealing with that. So I was in a really bad spot dealing with depression and anxiety. So I thought to myself, I was like, how the hell can I overcome this? Because it was a terrible feeling. It was awful. I don't wish it upon anybody. The severe anxiety attacks that I was getting and the depression, just hating life, just wanting to kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like suicidal, having suicidal thoughts.
Trigger warning.
Yes, trigger warning. But I was in a really bad spot. So I said, fuck that. I'm going to do, excuse my language, excuse my French, but I'm really passionate about this because I got to a point where I said, I'm willing to try anything but drugs and alcohol. You know what I mean? I was such in a bad place. Like I said, it started getting suicidal. And I said, I'm going to try anything. So I started doing research. You know what I mean? In the research, they talk about exercise, of course, which I was already doing. I still do to this day. So I was like, okay, what else can I do? It talks about eating healthier. Eating healthier does make you feel better. Eat fresh, less processed stuff. You just feel whole. You feel good, which I improved my diet, but I was kind of there, and I definitely didn't want to take any like prescribed drugs, any antidepressants, anything, you know what I mean? I was prescribed it from my doctor, and Xanax and stuff. Like you go to the doctor, like, oh, I'm having anxiety and depression. Oh, here's some Xanax, you'll feel better. You know what I mean? Like they don't really do anything for you.
A lot of them just make you sleepy, so you're just sleeping through your depression.
Xanax would make me just fall asleep. You know what I mean? I took like 2 of them from the bottle and like I just stopped taking them. I was like, for what? So I said, and then my research led to the meditation. And I said, hell, what the hell do I have to lose at that point? You know what I mean? I was so low. Like I said, I was willing to try anything, something as unconventional in the Western culture as meditation. And it's been 6 years now, and it's easily the best choice I ever made in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely.
Well, that's good because in this society today, we don't really focus too much on mental health.
Yeah.
And most people would think, like, even the people that are watching this right now, the people that actually want to learn about meditation, it's probably because they are in a low part of their life and they want to feel better. They want to experience something that they haven't experienced before. So they're searching for that remedy.
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
I think meditation is something that I always wanted to try, but I do know that for me, obviously skateboarding was my meditation as part of the exercising.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because you exercise, you got those feel good chemicals flowing in your body, and you just feel good.
Yeah.
But you kind of already answered my second question, which was, are there any other types of meditation? So I guess I'll just ask you, like, what got? How can I say this? So, people that are going to start meditation, what kind of advice would you give them as far as researching the breathing techniques and everything like that?
So,
are there any books or anything like that?
Right. So there are a lot of books. I can't think of them off the top of my head because when I did start going down this journey, I started reading a bunch of the most popular books that are really good on this, and this is where meditation started, I think, is in the Eastern religions. So I started reading books on Hinduism and Buddhism and things like that. A lot of great books. Peace is Every Step by Thich Nhat Hanh. I'm sorry, I forget how to say his name, but he's a very popular author. That's a very great book. Deepak Chopra, 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. That's a great book that I read. I read a book called Buddha's Brain. I've read a few. Like I started doing my research. Like I said, I was willing to try anything at that point. So I was reading articles. I was reading books. So I highly recommend it. You can literally just Google, how do I meditate? You know what I mean? How to do meditation, books on meditation. You know what I mean? that's literally how I started. I had nobody to show me how to do any of this. You know what I mean? But like I said, I was at a point where I'm going to try anything, and I started using the internet. You know, the internet's such a beautiful tool if used the right way.
Man, you can get a lot of information.
Yeah, definitely. So I highly recommend. You know, I have to go home, get the book titles, and I can get them over. You can put them in the description to the video on YouTube.
Yeah,
you know
we can do that.
Yeah, so people can find these books. But great books that really helped. A lot of articles, a lot of websites out there. You just have to hop right into it and just do the damn thing. Honestly,
man,
just
that's
do
our
it.
motto right there. Just do the damn thing.
That's the motto, man. We live and die by that.
Yes, sir. So, babe, you got something else? I know you got something else.
I think you kind of already answered it with what you just said, but what route would you recommend someone who wants to begin meditation? What route would you recommend them taking? You kind of just said.
Okay, yeah. So definitely do some research, but to that, I also wanted to say is anybody that wants to get into meditation, I'll say just do it. And I highly recommend just starting with 5 minutes a day. You know what I mean? Just hop right into it. Like I said, do the in and out, count up to 10, and then back, start all over again. Do that for 5 minutes a day, preferably 5 minutes in one setting. You know, just sit down, whether it's when you wake up in the morning or before you go to bed. Just sit down for 5 minutes, conscious breathing, in, out for 5 minutes. That's how I started. I started off with 5 minutes. I couldn't sit there for a while because you start to get uncomfortable. It's like, it's unnatural. It's just
used
different.
to being busy.
Yeah, exactly. You're used to being busy, distracting yourself with
Man,
TV or movies, whatever it is.
Everything.
You know what I mean? But
social media.
you got to really sit there with yourself for 5 minutes. You start off with that, and then you just gradually, you just start to add to your practice after a while. So anybody who wants to do it, I recommend 5 minutes a day, either in the morning or at night before you go to bed. And let me tell you, meditating before going to bed is life-changing. Like anybody struggling to sleep, I know a lot of people deal with that. They get anxiety or insomnia, whatever, and they can't sleep. Meditate before going to bed. I promise you'll get the best sleep of your life.
Okay. Well, that kind of leads to a question that I have that I just thought about right now. So, you said 5 minutes a day, but how many times do you meditate a day? And then what is like your regimen throughout the day when you're on this journey of
Right, throughout the day, and that's a good one right there. So I meditate twice a day. I meditate when I wake up in the morning for 20 to 30 minutes, and then before I go to bed for another 10 to 20 minutes. The reason why I meditate a little less at night is because, like I said, meditation will put you right to sleep. So I'll be sitting there meditating, and then like my head will start doing, and then I'll do that thing, and I'm falling asleep. So like, yeah, I don't meditate. Yeah, exactly. But definitely meditate twice a day when you wake up and before you go to bed. And then also throughout the day, just try to be conscious of your breath. You know what I mean? If you have to commute to work, if you drive a long ways, like when you used to drive all the way down to, you know, McFarland, wherever it was, just driving and just breathing, just being conscious of your breath. Because like I said, we're never conscious of our breath throughout the day, you know, so just any task that doesn't involve you having to talk and communicate to anybody, you're just doing it by yourself. Try to breathe, try to be conscious of your breath as you're doing that task, and that in itself is a form of meditation.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I said, it's all about being conscious of your breath. It just brings you peace. It brings, well, there's a saying, what's it? The breath is the connection between the body and the mind. You know what I mean? That's that thing in the middle, you know what I mean? Where it just meets and you're just peace and you're at one. You're at one with the universe.
That's okay.
Yeah, the breath is amazing.
yeah, it is. It's crazy because like, I'm going to segue something later. But what is your next question? Because it kind of goes with what I'm going to segue into.
I think he kind of already answered this, but what are the health benefits you've personally seen?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I did answer that, but just I want to say it's just
beyond
overall,
the overcome. So would you say you've overcome depression now?
Yeah,
through
definitely.
That?
Yeah.
And would you say you've seen any other health benefits?
Yeah,
then?
so yeah.
Go ahead,
definitely. It did help me greatly with my depression. You know what I mean? I'm nowhere near what I used to be back in the day. I have a much more positive outlook on life. You know, just in meditation. I don't know how it works, but when you practice meditation, you get an overall sense of well-being, and you're just content and happy with life. And then to the word content, I just want to clarify that. Being content doesn't mean that you're in a bad spot, but you're okay with it, or you're okay with where you're at and you don't want to get better. Content is just really another word for peace. Like you're at peace, you're content with your life and where you are, and that's what meditation brings to me. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what we all strive for. Really, like we just want peace
Definitely,
and be
definitely.
happy. You know?
I always just want to be happy. I hate feeling mad or sad or any of those. Even though you know you need to experience those, but I would rather feel the happiness way more often than not. But okay, so that kind of segues into something that I figured I saw going through my journey of health and everything like that. So there's this guy that lives out in the mountains, right? And he practices breath. And he practices breathing in and out really hard, doing all these different types of techniques of breathing. And they call him the man that doesn't get sick. So he literally, like, they shot him with a strain of a virus, and he started breathing a certain way. And then later in that day, they could no longer find a trace of that virus.
Are you talking about Wim Hof?
Yes.
Yeah, Wim Hof. Wim Hof is amazing.
Yeah.
I read his book a few months ago. Highly recommend that book, The Wim Hof Method. So I also do the Wim Hof breathing, you know what I mean, which I could have done for another episode, but there's a difference between meditation and the Wim Hof method, because meditation is just being conscious of your breath, just absent of thought. You're not controlling your breath. You're just breathing. Where the Wim Hof method, it's you're controlling your breath to expand it as much as you can, then back out, and then after a while you hold it. You blow it out, you hold it, then you breathe in and you hold it for as long as you can. So it's more of a breathing exercise rather than just meditation.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but the book is amazing. He does give tips on meditation, and
I know he does do meditation.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what he says in the book. He says, don't take this as a meditation practice. And then then he has another chapter where he talks about meditation and the different practices that he does for meditation.
Okay, we definitely probably should do another episode on just that, because the things I saw this man do.
It's amazing, right? He'll run in the Arctic, but shorts, climb Mount Everest. Like,
Man.
the dude is amazing.
And his ice baths, when he does gets in his tub full of ice.
Which I do my cold showers too at night.
Yeah, and he just breathes and he's like, it doesn't even feel like it's cold.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I definitely highly recommend the Wim Hof method. It's kind of off topic from meditation, but we can definitely talk about that in the future, because that's what I do. I meditate, I do my meditation, and I also do the Wim Hof method, and I haven't got sick since I started doing the Wim Hof method.
Wow.
So I will say that it does work. If you do it right, it does work.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I definitely want to get into that episode. But Adrian, do you have anything else that you want to add?
I think you already answered this one too. What is your routine? You said you do it at morning and at night.
Yeah.
How has your journey evolved? So I'm guessing you started off 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And you said you added cold showers. So
Yeah.
is that a part of that, or is that just a part of a health regimen?
That's a part of an overall health thing for me. It started off with 5 minutes of meditation 6 years ago or whatever it was, and I slowly started to add. Now I'm doing up to half an hour.
So
per
how did
session.
you add? Did you add per a minute or 2 minutes, or did you double it, or what did you do?
Yeah, I gradually just started adding just a minute at a time, 2 minutes at a time. Also, if you're starting off, do a timer. Actually put a timer for 5 minutes and then see how that feels. Do it again and again and again till you feel good, then add another minute. Now you're doing 6 minutes, 7, 10, you know what I mean? I think once you start doing 10, you really start to feel the big benefits of the meditation practice, you know what I mean? But you have to start somewhere. So I started off with the 5 minutes, started adding with increments of 1 minute at a time. When I got to 10, it easily went up to 15, then up to 20, you know what I mean? Because I just got it down at that point.
I think it was it just George that said it? May have been you too. We have a friend named George that he says, I think you said it too though, like the first hour of his day, he doesn't use his cell phone at all. He just does like health, like meditation and works out. And so it's like, he doesn't pick up his phone at all for like the first hour, like at all. So that's something you did say that you do that too.
I do. So I'll wake up in the morning. I don't read any text messages, any emails, no notifications. I'll wake up, do my meditation for 30 minutes, and then I'll do some yoga for another 20 minutes. and then I'll do the Wim Hof breathing which takes about 30 minutes. So my morning routine is about an hour to an hour and a half with just that, and then I'll go to my phone, reply to any text messages or emails or whatever the case may be.
Man, we're gonna have to do a segment later where we literally film you doing your routine.
Wake up
and us trying it and just
and
to
then
see
us
like
trying
how.
it and seeing if we can accomplish if we feel the exact same.
Right.
Because I can't
thing.
say I suffer with depression, but I have horrible anxiety and stress. Like that's why I would want to try it.
Meditation
Joe will
will
tell
take
you
care
I'm
of you.
always on like peak level stress.
Meditation
all
will
the time.
take care of you. Don't even worry about that. So I highly recommend anybody with anxiety, stress, things like that. Meditation is the answer.
So I think me and her, what we're gonna do is pick a week where we literally try your regimen and film ourselves going through that whole situation, and then come back and tell everybody exactly how.
Do a short little
and the
vlog on
results,
it.
And do
Wait,
like
hold
a
on.
vlog
Are you guys gonna try to do the whole 30 minutes of meditation?
Maybe we'll
right
try
away?
five
Try to do
first.
the 5 minutes
Oh, okay.
first.
Yeah, I was saying
And
I
we-
wouldn't try to do the 30 minutes.
No,
at
the
first.
5 minutes you talked about in the beginning,
Yeah.
which is why we had that question.
Okay.
So the reason why we had that question is because we actually thought about doing like a vlog situation where we both sit
that'd be
there
nice.
and do the 5 minute situation.
Obviously not gonna record ourselves
Um,
doing it, but just say, okay, I'm gonna
this
do
is how I
it.
feel. This is what I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Okay.
I just
Yeah,
do because
yeah.
I mean the whole point is not to be on your phone, right? For
Yeah.
it, so
Yeah, so like after the meditation, like so say I do the 5 minutes of meditation, and then later in the day I may pick up the phone and say, this is how I felt in the morning while I did the meditation, and then at night do the meditation again
Right
and
before
see
you
if
go
I
to
have
bed.
better sleep or not, and do that for a week straight and see if
And
the
report your
progress.
findings.
Yeah, exactly. Report our progress and see exactly how we are, and then there's other things that you actually do as far as health goes that I know me and her would like to try as well. As far as the working out, I would love to do the Wim Hof situation. I kind of was doing a little bit of it when it was coming to like the cold showers,
Right.
but that's as far as it went. But the last question I have, I don't know if she has any more after this.
no, I'm done.
But the last question I have would be, what's your technique when it comes to meditation, and what environment would you recommend to be in? Because I know a lot of people usually have a lot of noise going on in their house or whatever. Would you recommend them to go escape to a park somewhere where it's really
Right.
quiet? What do you say?
Yeah. So if you can be outdoors, that's amazing. I mean, just because being outdoors has health benefits. You ground yourself. It's called grounding. If you can meditate outside barefoot, like just that alone, because you're grounding yourself to the earth. Like there's scientific evidence that shows that you get benefits and nutrients actually from grounding with the earth. So if you can do it outside and be outdoors, definitely. But you don't have to go outside. You don't have to do anything crazy. It's literally as long as you have some quiet. You know what I mean? Go to a quiet room, to your spare bedroom or the living room or whatever it is, and just have silence. You can also have some meditation music playing in the background. You know what I mean? Like if you're a beginner, I do highly recommend playing some music in the background just to help you just relax.
I would do classical music.
Classical music, yeah.
Definitely, because that's a whole nother thing too. But there's studies on that. Obviously, when
Okay.
you're playing classical music, it helps the circulation of your mind, and because the classical music has a lot more thought-provoking things inside of the music.
I see what you're saying. Okay,
So,
dope.
That's a
Yeah.
whole other situation.
Yeah, so that's what
Oh, the last thing was the technique. So, like, is there a sitting position that you do?
That's a good question.
Is there, because some people that you see on TV, you always see like the
cross,
and
yeah.
whatever type of position. Does that matter as much?
Not really. You can do that cross-legged, but it's just not that comfortable unless you're already super flexible. You know what I mean? Unless your body is used to being contorted in that way, you don't have to. Honestly, I sit in a chair just like this, 2 feet on the ground. Keep your back straight. I'll do my palms facing up or my palms facing down. Doesn't really matter, and I'll just breathe. Like you can also do it laying down. I wouldn't recommend
I feel like I'll
doing
fall
it.
asleep.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say I don't recommend laying down too much, especially not at night.
Snoring. Right?
Yeah, because you'll crash out.
Do you close your eyes or?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You close your eyes through the whole thing. Don't have them super tight. You know what I mean? Just relax. Just close your eyes. Try to, even with your eyes closed, you can even lower your look, or you can like raise it to where you're trying to look at your third eye, at your pineal gland. You can try to do that as well. You know, I when I first started, that really helped me with my meditation. And then I also want to add to this before we finish with this segment is when you begin meditation, is prepare to meet your dark side, because you have to overcome your dark side. Because when you're in meditation, you're just alone with yourself. It's just you, your breath, and your thoughts. And that dark side, that's what's holding us back. That fear, that's what's keeping us in that state of depression, in that state of anxiety. So what the meditation practice does, it helps you overcome that with your breath. So what I notice when I do my breathing, especially when I was first starting off, you're breathing and then all these terrible thoughts start coming into your head, you know, because if you're depressed, that's all you think about is negativity, right? So all these negative thoughts start coming into your head as you're breathing. But the trick is to not run from the thoughts and just breathe through them. And that's what meditation is. It helps you breathe through these things. And then once you breathe through it and you come out on the other side, and those thoughts eventually start to fade away. You know, exactly. So the deeper you get more and more into your breath, those negative thoughts start to fade away. And then when you're done, you realize, I'm okay.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like through all of that, I had those negative thoughts and I was just breathing through them and I was okay at the end. You know what I mean? I might have felt a little anxious at the time and I didn't feel right. I just wanted to open my eyes and just stop. You know what I mean? Because that's what you're going to want to do at first. You're going to want to stop immediately because those thoughts are going to start coming in.
And I would think it just feels weird because like you said, you're not.
Because it's unnatural. It's not a part of our culture or anything, you know? But you're going to meet your dark side. You're going to face those negative thoughts, that negative side of yourself. But you're going to breathe through it and you're going to become a better person. And that's how meditation brings healing.
Dope. You got anything else, babe?
No.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Thank you, Suelo, so much for answering these questions. I know there's a lot of people out there that want to know about meditation, including myself. I think my boy Jesse over here would even love to know more about it. So thank you so much for that. So I think we're going to go into our ad reel. But before that, let me know what your questions are for Suelo, and if you want to know anything that he knows. And he can recommend the books. We're going to put them in the description, links in the bio and everything like that. And just ask questions. So here we go to the ad reel.
This show is brought to you by Canoodle Studios. And Canoodle Studios is brought to you by South Valley Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Bullies got you down? Don't call mommy, call Tommy at South Valley Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And follow them on Facebook and Instagram. Need a tow? Locked out or out of gas? They've got you covered 24/7 at Extreme Roadside. Contact them at 661-496-1751 and check them out on Facebook. Extreme Roadside, where they don't win customers, they earn them. For the best hairstylists in Bakersfield, visit Salon 33, located at 3015 Callaway Drive, Suite 7. Make sure you're looking fabulous at work or at play. Salon 33, now under new management. Make sure you check out Mr. Cigar for all your tobacco, glass, and vape needs. Special orders? No problem. Mr. Cigar has got you taken care of. Located at 4701 White Lane. Open daily. Let the Garcia family square away your solar investment. Their customers have seen an average of a 20% increase in solar production from a quarterly contract. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Squared Away Solar Panel Cleaning. Check out Mike Dilla's new album, Masterpiece, available August 20th on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, and all your favorite streaming platforms. Featuring the new single, World War III. You don't want to miss this prolific album. Would you like to see your business or project featured on Canoodle Studios? Get your advertisement in front of the customers you're looking for. Contact Canoodle Studios on Facebook for a quote today. Thank you for watching Canoodle Studios. Catch this and all our other fine shows right here or on any of your favorite.
What's
Here we are, guys.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those ads. All right, we're going to get into our next segment today. We're going to talk about Today I Learned. So one of our favorite segments here on Just Do the Damn Thing podcast.
Open the damn mind.
Get some knowledge, you know. All right, so let's see what our first Today I Learned is. So today I learned Frank Wills, the security guard who discovered the Watergate break-in that eventually led to the resignation of Richard Nixon, struggled with unemployment and poverty for the rest of his life. Not surprising. He died at age 52 of a brain tumor.
Yeah, not surprised. Damn government got it.
Yeah, no, of course. You're gonna freaking turn over the president and scandals, and you're gonna just struggle.
Kidnapped.
They sent the Secret Service and everything after that, man.
They're like, we can't hire you, dude. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
That
gracious.
sucks.
And then he died of a brain tumor, probably from all the damn stress he was living with.
Man, he needs
Caused
meditation.
the damn brain. Man. Frank Willis.
All right, what's next?
What's next? I'll do this one. Today I learned that packaged ice is not regulated in the United States. Packaged ice with the IPIA logo on the bag adheres to strict sanitation and cleanliness protocols. Bags without the logo are more likely to contain bacteria and mold.
Wait, what?
Packaged ice. That's like regular ice
No,
bags.
I know, but I'm
store,
like
right?
IPIA logo. What is that?
Yeah. I don't say. I'm unfamiliar with the logo.
I don't even know what that even looks like.
We need to know.
So-
I
So
don't
what you're
buy
telling me
packaged
is that
ice,
every bag
but,
of
you
ice
know,
I've had
family
has mold in
reunion.
this. 'Cause
I
I've
live,
never seen it.
so I don't know. Not too bad, I guess.
I need to know what the logo look like
I
because
think that IPA bag is
okay.
ice in Bakersfield.
International Packaged Ice Association.
Yep, don't.
All this ice should
recall
be
ever
good.
seeing that.
Literally,
Shouldn't
shouldn't have mold and bacteria.
have
It
any
should be
mold and
good.
bacteria, but
Now I'm actually going to be looking for the damn
Oh.
logo.
I'm gonna look for it, but I'm still gonna buy the ice if it doesn't.
No, probably. Yeah.
You're like, well, this is cheaper.
All
That's why
right,
you make your own ice.
that's true. What do we got next?
Today I learned the opening sequence in Spectre features a Day of the Dead parade in Mexico City. No such parade had ever took place in Mexico City. 1 year later, inspired by the film, an actual Dia de Muertos parade was held and attended by 250,000 people.
Where's the Los in there?
Wow.
Ain't it gonna be Dia de los Muertos?
Oh yeah, De los Muertos. I think so.
De los Muertos.
The sequel.
Day of the Dead.
What is Spectre? Is that a movie?
Yeah, 007 movie.
Oh, that's a 007 movie? Yeah. What? And they made up a parade and it ended up becoming real. Yeah. That's insane.
Our whole fucking culture.
Dia de los
that's what
Muertos is a
that's-
theme.
okay.
But I think they celebrated Dia de los Muertos, but it was in a parade. You know, like they just celebrated, had their decorations, had their gatherings, but
Had their what is it called? What is it they put up? Frente.
wow, now they have parades. Now they got movies like Coco, which is a great movie.
I love that
Amazing.
movie.
Cried
Yeah.
every time.
Every time.
Every time.
I'm crying right now just thinking
You
about it.
already know what's gonna happen. You're just like, gosh, damn
Yeah.
it, Coco.
What do we have next?
Today I learned psychologists found that an interrogative self-talk, asking yourself a question about a future action, increases the likelihood of it happening. For example, rather than saying, I'm going to the gym later, you would say, will I go to the gym later? It triggers more goal-oriented behavior. Really?
Amazing.
So if you ask yourself the question, will I
Rather
go
than
to
the statement,
yeah.
you're more
it'll
likely to
motiv-
do it.
You're more likely to do what
That's
you're talking
amazing.
about.
There you go. You want to start a workout routine? Write it down. Will I work out this
Will I
week?
do
I
some
know. I'm gonna
push-ups this
try it.
morning?
I'm gonna try
Yeah, I
it this
think
week
I
because I've
will.
been trying to go to the gym. Well, last week I did go once, but I didn't go because I got sick. And
There you go. Write it down. Am I going to the gym?
will I
this
go
week?
to the gym tomorrow? I know.
Tune in to the next episode of Just Do the Damn Thing. That's amazing though. That's great. That's great. Because questions actually do because I know if you post a photo and it has a question as a caption, people are more likely to engage because you're asking them something.
Will I
And you
will I
actually
win
engage
$1
with
million?
yourself more.
Instead of
Does that
say?
work? Will I win $1 million? Is that what works?
oh man,
Oh, yes.
will I become a millionaire next year?
Will I?
Next month. We're talking about next year.
Next day.
We got one. Let's see.
Today
Today I
I'm-
learned that in 2004, my bad, Joe.
It's all good.
At the Smithsonian Walnut, a rare female white-necked napped crane fell in love with a zoologist named Chris Crow, who was able to rear her eggs without walnut hurting other males. White-necked cranes are monogamous and stress easily, so Chris must stay until he or Walnut dies.
Wow.
His sole purpose in this life is to make that crane happy.
Damn.
That
What
is
does rear
crazy.
her eggs mean?
Just raise them without hurting other males. So
Your
I guess
wife.
you would. Will I win $1 million? Exactly what I thought. Not surprised. I didn't even think of that, but that's a great
Man.
idea, Jess. We're gonna have to ask ourselves
I'm gonna
that
say
later.
that every
Daily.
single day. from-
Daily.
We're gonna manifest it together.
You're gonna meditate
babe.
for 5 minutes and then you're gonna say, "Will I win $1 million?" So wait a minute. What does rear her eggs mean?
That just means to raise them
Okay.
without hurting other males. I'm assuming other male
Kills
cranes.
2 other cranes.
Okay.
Male cranes are trying to like get too close to her.
Oh.
She's in love with that fool for
And
real.
when you rear
Ooh.
her,
For real. This is some. What is it called? When humans and animals have
Animal attraction.
interspecies.
yeah.
Oh goodness gracious! I hope it doesn't come to that. Austin, what's his name? Chris Crow.
Chris
I hope it
Crow.
doesn't come to that, Chris Crow. But you're doing
Well,
a
the
great job
crane
with
is a
that crane.
bird and his last name's Crow, so there you go.
That's true.
Damn.
The irony in that.
Well, let's see if there's one
Do
more
we have
left.
one more?
Do we
Nah,
have?
that
No,
is
we
it.
don't.
Today we learned a bunch of things.
Yes, we did. Hey,
Did
and
we learn?
The
No, I'm just
time
kidding.
to stop, so I think that we're a little bit frozen. So we're gonna have a small technical difficulty. So we're just gonna be talking right now about some nonsense.
Talking through. I didn't even notice. Did you notice when the
Will
clock
we
stopped?
talk about now? Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'll stop now.
Yeah.
I gotta drag it out.
Because our
'cause it's
next
funny.
segment. Well, I guess we could still even go into the next segment because it'll still play, right?
I think so. Set it up.
Set it up. Okay, so the next segment is called Creative of the Week, where we highlight the creatives in our town, in our city,
In our
Bakersfield,
community.
and our community because we love our people. So this week, the Creative of the Week would be my boy Crite and his Truth Cipher. This dude can rap his ass off. Sorry for the word I use, but that's what the word I'm gonna choose. And
It's
that's
all right,
what
it's all good.
that's what he does. So let's go into this video and tell me if he did the damn thing.
Play it.
The following is not based on a true story, because it is one. When I execute, I'm known to execute. Eating something you don't get to do. Not based on a true story, I'm the truth. I pray that you can split the two. Real, recognize real. So I'd be concerned if it seemed like I'm faking to you. I'm groundbreaking. When I break the silence, you should take a break. I hate to break it, so you feel it's automatic. Yeah, I go, bro. Heavyweight, pick a low clothes. Stylist, he's a no-show. Don't get it, me, get a logo. Toss it to me, I shake it and bake it. At every opportunity, don't mistake it. So they just think about the future, I take it. I make it happen, they just happen to make it. Cali saw I do, I'm hella scandalous. Bless every line of my televangelist. Too hard to groovy, but Stella can't get it. Trying to downplay my relevance, quit it. So Cinderella man with it. Footwork on smooth. I don't make points, I prove. I don't make noise, just move. Right now, win, that's a paradox. That boy wavy is a paradox. In a style hotter than his birthplace. God first, on first place. I've been home, they on first base. Cause they lie when they get to the booth. When I do what I do, how I do, they don't know what to do. They can't handle me, guess I'm the truth.
Okay, truth be told, they the type that's paying for their fans, huh? Truth be told, you the type that's talking about your mans, huh? Truth be told, they don't get it poppin', no advance, huh? Peep the flow, I can teach you slow, learn a lesson. Part of my thing come, excuse me, it's aggressive. Breezing through no resting, I'm just cooking chefing. Watch me use my left hand, stylists that been dressed. Left them squares as Tetris, fuck them lanes, no best friends, no. Truth be told, I've been earning stripes for a long time, it's getting old. Truth be told, she gon' let me slide like a kitchen floor. Truth be told, I've been in my mode, never been the foe.
You can't hide from it. Bite the bullet if you lie, you gon' die. Sonny fighting all my life to no surprise. It ain't no prize money. They say the truth is in the eyes and you's a nice puppet. We search for beauty, but the truth is that the truth is quite ugly and you can feel it deep within your soul. It still exists, but the truth is rarely ever told. Open your ears, cause if you hear it, it'll help you grow. Now come on, I'm talking life, not the history books. To find the proof, report a snitch with the picture he took. Provide the scoop. Cameras get the flash and I'm snapping inside a booth. The one that you cannot dispute, cause I'm the truth. Yeah.
Let me pop off like some bad vodka. Flow ill, need a med doctor. Like Schofield, I got bars, nigga. Yo, bitch singing, no teleprompter. High life, no helicopter. I speak truth, and y'all niggas hate. Yo, girl wet, and I dive in it. I'm a splash brother like you go to state. Niggas bag hunting, I'm on the case. Early bird, gotta get the worm. This real life, no prison term. Everything I do, gotta live and learn. Everything I own, nigga, had to earn. I ain't had help, such a fucking blessing. Hard work, I ain't never resting. I'm a heavy hitter like I'm playing Tekken. On top of the green like some salad dressing. I need it now, and that's the fucking truth. From a young pup, I growed up to a big dog on the fucking loose. Puffing clouds like a damn caboose. I'm so high, I can't see a hater. Smoky lungs sounding like I'm Vader. I'm a real nigga, fuck a perpetrator, nigga.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the nigga that's stuck on the pedalman. I know y'all ain't robbers, you niggas ain't fetish, you etches, you killing me, settling. I'm meeting these rappers, I'm getting my weight up, I don't give a fuck what you talk about. Tossing your money and change, you hard as hell, tell my niggas and fuck you out. I'm telling the truth, annihilation on these niggas that step in the booth. I'm aiming a dude, no need for a vest when I'm aiming, I'm popping the tooth. Young nigga rap his ass off, you niggas itching like the cast off. I'm a school shooter, I'm a bath off, I'm an injured future with my mask off. Niggas always popping negative energy, yeah I feel it, but that shit never get to me. Any niggas, yeah I'm doing it mentally, lay 'em down, yeah I'm doing it gently. Get me close like that gun is a kid to me. All you haters, y'all be acting like friend of me, telling you stories, that shit is pretending me, feeding me, feeling me, killing me, prodigy.
Look, here we go, man, here we go. I'm about to get off with that simple flow. They don't like me, but they listen though. They be like, Gucci Davis think he is, he think he really on. Look, check the papers, man, I got the vouch. Y'all better call Nick, cause y'all wildin' out. Now, I'm a young vet in the city, so if you coming for my next shit, you better come with it. Okay, I'm the star and the hype man. I've been chillin' in the rap game since niggas had the dance. Y'all remember cause they tried to say I stole it. I ain't even make the shit up, I just controlled it. And then I got on overseas. Niggas slapping my shit places I don't even be. Not trying to be the best in the city, but when you talk about the best, don't forget to mention my name. It's Teezy.
All right.
All right, there we go. That was Crite, the true cipher. Shout out to everybody that was in that cipher.
Great
they
cipher,
all
guys.
did their thing. They were going in. They got lyrics.
Great
so
cipher.
let me know if they did the damn thing.
Let us know. Drop the comments below.
Yes, sir.
Was that supposed to be a bar? Because it kind of
It
was.
was about to, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold off on that.
This
But
boy
it
was about
rhymes.
to try to freestyle for a second.
I lied.
Man, nah, we ain't doing that right now.
Some other time.
Yes, sir.
But definitely, we appreciate you guys stopping by for another episode of Just Do the Damn Thing.
Yes, sir.
So until next time, we'll see you guys next week, same time. I've been Suelo.
I've been Life.
And I've been Adrian.
Peace.
Deuces.
OMG, where we keep going cause the party don't stop. We turn up, doing our thing, just living our lives and we don't stop. Open mind group so you know we won't flop. We on top, come to the party you don't wanna